The gates were set to close for good on Dunedin's Cadbury factory in 2018, but now a ray of hope by way of an ambitious plan put forward by recently elected City Councillor Jim OMalley.
If you'd asked me last night, I would have been quite nervous about it, but I think the response has been immense already. Well, it's only been up about an hour and we believe we've got the first $70,000 pledged.
OMalley launched a website yesterday to register public pledges towards his goal of raising $20 million to keep part of the factory open and operating.
The plan is to raise the money to get all that equipment into the one spot, into the one building, and then bid for the third-party manufacturing with Mondelez for the Jaffas and the pineapple lumps. What that gets us is experienced Cadbury workers inside the factory and all the equipment we need to keep going forward.
He told The South today there are many parts of the factory that are viable.
So what we're looking to do is buy equipment that currently makes pineapple lumps and Jaffas and all the stuff you're familiar with, chocolate fish, out of this building here and move it to this building here. So a lot of the cost of what we're facing is actually the moving of the equipment rather than the buying of the equipment. And then we want to buy this building, and inside this building is the dairy plant. So that's the chance to move back towards making dairy milk chocolate as well.
OMalley is also considering purchase of the dairy processing plant.
Ultimately, we'd like to get the dairy unit operating again to make dairy milk chocolate, but that's the third phase of the process. But to not own it now would mean that you've got somebody else owning that equipment in the middle of your factory.
Mondelez spokesman Jake Patton says in a statement, "We've received a number of inquiries from interested parties. However, apart from acknowledging their interest, we have not engaged in further discussions with any of them to date. We are continuing to do the work required to establish a formal process and will get back in touch with interested parties in due course." OMalley says the factory will continue to make Cadbury products, but the long-term goal was for the factory to create its own brand. I'm Roselle LeBone for The South Today.